Well, my next guest, Ayana Gray, released her debut novel, Beasts of Prey, in September of 2021. And it's been a whirlwind adventure only she could explain.
I wrote a book and then I queried it, or I sent it out to literary agents who represented young adult fiction and were looking for fantasy. And I sent it to different agents. Some of them rejected it. Some of them said they liked it. Some of them offered to represent me. And I ended up signing with one of them. We worked on the manuscript and then we sent it to editors in New York. And eventually one of them bought it. And so Beasts of Prey is my book. And it's with Penguin Random House and you can buy it now. Yay!
Yay! Ayana Gray, welcome to the show. Congratulations on everything.
Hi, good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. So your first ever novel, published in September. There you are on social media talking about it. Go on to be a New York Times bestseller. And now Netflix. I mean, how do you describe it?
You know, I'm actually still finding words to describe how this all feels. It's hard. You know, for such a long time, all I wanted was to write a book. And then after I wanted to write multiple books. And I didn't think even in my wildest dreams that I would ever get to say my books are going to be made into a movie. So it's been surreal, to be honest with you.
It is. You know what? I love the fact, for so many reasons, I love this, but I love that it is fantasy. I love that it challenges, Beast of Prey challenges you to ask, are you ready for the power you may possess? Are you ready for the journey? And that's so refreshing to see a young writer like yourself, a Black female in particular, create this fantasy world. And I heard you talk about doors that may not have been prepared or open for that content from you. So ultimately, how did you convince those who now believe in you that this was the right bet?
Oh, I think first, just having people in my corner who did believe in me and who championed having a diverse range of stories in young adult. That's part of it. It's just having good people, but it's to an extent also just believing in myself and loving these characters and loving these stories so much that I knew I was never going to give up until readers got to meet them.
So here we are meeting the characters here, and you're taking us into their world. I don't like giving away too much, so I don't know what you want me to tell and what you don't. So we're taking you into the world of two very intriguing young people around the age of 16. And they possess something, I think, we use the phrase black girl magic. When I was reading this, I was like, this is a step ahead of that. When you were creating these characters, walking around and thinking, okay, I'm going to create this fantasy world. I want these two individuals to be the medium, if you will, to pour this all into. What were you watching? What were you doing? Because I've not read anything like this. I was thinking, what inspired her? Nothing like this exists.
You know, I'm always envious of the authors who have like a spark moment.
Yeah.
That's not how I am. I'm very much somebody who takes pieces from all over. And so, one of my degrees when I went to college was in African and African American studies. And I was learning about, my history and my culture and my heritage. And I knew I wanted to write a fantastical story because I've always loved fantasy. I wanted to write a fantastical story that celebrated this heritage that for many Black Americans has been very violently ripped away and erased. So that was a huge inspiration for me.
Well, a lot of the authors on this show today often use writing prompts to help inspire their creativity. You have a writing prompt for our TamFam virtual audience, and your assignment is to write down your answer to this question.
Yes.
Okay.
So the question is, if seasons were people, how would you describe your favorite person?
If seasons were people, how would you describe your favorite person? I think I have my answer in my head. When we come back, we're putting our TamFam virtual audience on the spot because one of you is going to read your answer. And if you're at home, you can do this too. We'll put the question back up real quick before we go to break, AJ. If the seasons were people, how would you describe your favorite person? One of my favorite people, Ayana Gray, coming back with us after the break. We're back with Ayana Gray, and before break, Ayana gave our TAM fam a writing assignment, if you will. Here's the question. If seasons were people, how would you describe your favorite person? Before we get to that answer, Ayana, I really want to capture just how beautifully you write. Beast of Prey, just one example for our readers at home to hear. Listen to this. The jungle grew cooler as midday gave way to dusk, drawing from its depths a different kind of sound and life. Cicadas trilled through a humid air. Overhead, the rustling leaves made their own kind of serenade, a sign that perhaps here things were safe. I mean, it just gets in your soul, lady. This is incredible.
Thank you so much.
It's
Thank you.
beautiful. Okay, enough about everything that I'm reading here. Shatla is standing by. Shatla, you have the writing assignment from the great Ayana Gray. What is your answer?
So my answer is, the grace she gives to herself is what provides her with the faith to know she has unlimited opportunities in times of uncertainty. This is why I describe my favorite person as the season of spring. She is spring because she has found the purpose in letting go, how to begin again, and to step forward to embark on something new. My favorite person is spring, and spring is me.
Oh, that's
Oh, I love that.
beautiful.
Oh, that makes me wish for spring.
Right? That makes me wish to hang out with you all day. Shatla, I have the best audience, I swear. Congratulations. Did you knew this assignment in advance, or you wrote that in the break?
I wrote this in the break. I was able, I'm, looking at how I'm transitioning in the last 2 years really has
Wow.
shined a light on how we are and looking inward first. And so I just really want to invest in myself and become the best version of myself.
Stunning, stunning. Thank you so much for sharing that. Ayana, I won't even read what I wrote because that's embarrassing. But that said, congratulations, Ayana, on this beautiful, beautiful book. Congratulations on the deals that followed. It is absolutely phenomenal. What do you see as the next? I know this is the first book in the trilogy. The second book is out later this year. I think we even have the cover to reveal. Can we show the reveal of the cover? I think we have it. We're live right now, Ayana. So like writing, sometimes these things take process. You have to scratch out some things and add some things. I think we have Beasts of Ruin, the second book here. Meanwhile, there it is. Beautiful. Tell me a little bit about it. We have a few seconds left.
Oh, I'm so excited. So Beasts of Ruin is out this summer. I did some mean things to Kofi and Akon at the end of Beasts of Prey. I'm sorry. But Beasts of Ruin picks up where it left off, and they now have new adventures, new challenges, and new monsters to face. So.
Well, I'm so proud of you. I'm almost done. You just gave me... She gave spoiler alerts. Thank you. Congratulations. I love and adore everything about you and all of our authors today. Thank you. Go to our social media page. Check these out all along my bedside. I promise you on that.